Please tell me this is better. Let me look, dear friends. Let me look. Let me dare look. Let me see, what is this that I look like? Is this okay? Is this better? Ah, yes, 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 yes. I am back. I have corrected the error. My utmost and sincere apologies to you, great and glorious members. Thank you. It's called 360 Vision. It's this thing on the studio. You don't care. I'm not going to explain it. There's nothing more boring than somebody explaining technical stuff. But please accept my apologies. Wasting your time. You're so kind to be a part of this. So time. The least I can do is for you to say, would you at least be competent enough? Would you at least be competent enough to run your show in your right? But this is what happens when you're traveling and you are literally, absolutely, positively the only person available. You are it. You are the only person here. So anyway, it was great. It was fun. We're back. Welcome back, my friends. Tonight's subjects, Candace Owens, genius. Now, I know some of you, dear friends, are saying to yourself, by the way, if you're saying it now, you obviously have not been paying attention to what I'm talking about. But let me see if I can explain this in a nice way. The system is under attack in ways you cannot understand. The America First system is under attack. Trump is under attack. Everything that we knew is under attack. Everything. And what seemed to be easy, at least for some people, was the idea of that let's off Charlie Kirk and teach him a lesson. You know what I mean? Teach the guy a lesson. Let him know that, we're not kidding around here, Charlie. We don't appreciate what you're doing, and we just don't, you were saying some pretty rough stuff about Israel. We don't like what you did, and we're going to take you out. And that's exactly what it seemed like to, among others, Candace Owens. Now, this is the way it started. And Candace made no bones about it. She said she believes that it was Israel. And by the way, I want to include you again. Please subscribe to my newsletter regarding today's piece on Lindsey Graham. So anyway, so Candace Owens comes along and she says, I think this is Israel. Okay. Now, some people said, oh, for the love of God. Here we go again. But others said, oh, no, wait. If it's not Israel, it's somebody else. For sure. It's somebody else. And it's not just somebody else, but it's really serious stuff. Really serious. I mean, it's not just, how do I say this? We don't know who this is, but somebody took him out. Somebody took out Charlie Kirk. And the more they got into it, the more we learned about Brad Parscale. And by the way, today, for those who missed it, if you didn't watch, or if you've not watched her thorough review of everything from Carhartt shirts that he wore compared to the polyester or cotton blend to cars that were rented that might have shared the exhaust. I mean, there is no detail too obscure for her to cover. None. Where is Tyler's defense team? Are they aware of any of this for the trial if they don't off Tyler? Is anybody even remotely interested in anything involving these facts? And if not, whatever. Is anybody not aware or interested in how Brad Parscale in Time magazine was enlisted by Israel specifically to target MAGA people? Do people understand how dangerous and complicated and fascinating all of this is? I don't think they are. I don't think they get it. I don't think anybody's paying attention. I really don't. I swear to you, I don't think they get it. And yet I'll get this from now and then. Are you still talking about Candace Owens? I'm thinking, is that what you think this is? If you get to the bottom of this, you get to the bottom of Butler, you get to the bottom of Intel, you get to the bottom of something which is so monumentally serious. You get the level of corruption of this country is so great, so out of this world. I don't think people understand, and I don't think people really want to understand. I really don't. I don't think a lot of people really like to hear about this stuff. I think people really get quite offended when you come along with this crazy talk about how bad everything is, because they live in this namby-pamby world of everybody's great and we're a bunch of crazy conspiracy theorists and nobody really wants to hear what we have to say. And frankly, I don't blame them. It is more corrupt than anything you've ever seen. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know. I swear to God, I don't even know where. I don't even know where to start. How do I put this even into perspective? How? And people will say, "Are you still talking about Candace Owens?" As though that's it. Let me see if I can explain this to you. You had somebody who represented the most important and serious direct objection to the Trump administration and MAGA for all practical purposes. You hear what I'm saying? It's bigger than anything you can imagine. Okay. So this guy is offed. And there is evidence that is just pouring out that nobody save Candace Owens is even interested in. Let me say this again. Were it not for Candace, do you ever hear Tyler's defense team going on TV, going on anybody saying, "We need your help. We think such and such"? No. How is that? How does that happen? You had the widow of the firefighter who lost his life at Butler. I'm sorry, his name escapes me. My head is a bit crazy now, but Candace talked about him and showed this piece. She's this very angry wife. How long are you going to put up with this? How much longer? We're just being fed one example of government corruption after another, and we're told, and they're told, shut up, they're not going to do anything. Shut up. You're not going to do anything. Let them go ahead and let them go and complain and talk in their little Candace show, and and then Barron will do his stuff, and Ian Carroll will come in. Oh, his is so. Oh, that's great, and don't forget the whole thing, because we're in charge. They really think that. They don't give a shit about you. They think we're just a bunch of whatever. Who is she? She's a crackpot woman. She's always bitching and moaning. She thinks that she controls everything. She thinks that her little band of minions and little martinettes are going to do something about it. They don't understand. They can make fun of people all they want. That's what they think. Now, let me ask you something. Do you remember the other day right before something, I don't know what, I think it was, believe it or not, the Pizzagate. But anyway, do you remember when I talked about Jack? I've been talking about him, probiotics and proboscis, Posobiec, who always looks like he's passing a hockey puck, who looks like his goldfish died. Remember that? Do you know how long I've been talking about that? Do you know how, seriously? He has been one of the most blatant tools in this cacophony. He has been the biggest joke. And people always said, oh, I don't think he really, and I saw it. And then it wasn't until recently he said, hey, I saw that video of, and I hate to say I was there first. I'm not the only one, but recently, but they're saying, hey, look, I saw this video of Charlie getting killed. And I said, no, wait, look, listen to what he's doing. See, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. He's claiming he saw it. He didn't. He's a phony. He's a fraud. And it didn't really take. It didn't, I don't know. But then recently, somebody got a hold of him saying that he was, how do I say that? He believed in Pizzagate and then didn't or something. And this put him over. I don't know why this set people off. Then people finally said, aha, he's a fraud. Have you seen that? Have you seen that one? He's a tool. And I don't know why it took so many people so long to figure out he was a tool. He's on the shit list. People are coming after him left and right because they realize he's a phony. Have you noticed this? He's a joke. He's a complete and total joke. The rest of them are. Megyn Kelly, I don't know what she's all about. Say what you want about Alex Jones. He has his beefs with people sometimes, but for the most part, he's there. He's always been pretty much tried and true. But the other ones, the old folks, and it's so old. It's so interesting because Howard Stern realized, he recognized he's only going to be doing one show a week. He's made his billion. He's tired, and I don't even know. He's got that phony baloney. Did you ever see somebody? It's just an opinion. He's got that marriage. I don't believe he's got a marriage. I don't think that woman has any. Did you ever just see people like he's just a miserable fuck? It's just, yeah. I don't know. Just a feeling I've got. Just an opinion. What do I know? What do I know? But anyway, the reason why it's over is because it's over. The Glenn Becks, the Megyn Kellys, the usual people, the ones who are just, Megan's not a bad person, but she wants to go back to Fox News. She wants more than anything else to be one of these people that has the hair and makeup and all that stuff. That's really what she wants. Her soul's not into it. But others, oh my God. We have a team. We have a bench of people who are coming up who are just going to be phenomenal. And Candace is running the show. She's running the show. Understand what that is. Let me tell you about this guy. It's so interesting. This fellow, Posobiec, proboscis, probiotic, all right, Poughkeepsie, whatever the hell his name is. A while back, there was something that was called Pizzagate. You might have heard about this. Remember this? Pizzagate. A dear friend of mine, Tinfoil Hat, says they wondered whether to show us how much power and control they have. They control feds, state police, and media, and the people who participated. It's a power move, among others, and I believe that's true to an extent. But there's something else which is important. There's a bunch of people who just for the longest time said, we don't know there's been a change. If you've gotten away with something for the longest time, and nobody's ever bothered you, why are you going to change your ways? Why? You're just used to it. So anyway, there was this case a while back, and jerk pose a bit. I like that. Let me see this. Let me get rid of this. We don't want to hear these people. Now, jerk pose a bit. I like that. Indeed. So, moving along, there was this guy named Jack Probiotic. Jack Poseur. Always look like he's passing a hockey puck, like he's dyspeptic, like something bad happened to him. Like he misjudged a fart. You know what I mean? The look of the shark is like, oh no. So anyway, that was a nice image. There was a case a while back. It was WikiLeaks and others, and Vault 7, and oh my God. There was this tranche of stuff, and one of them was this overwhelming, unending, seemingly continuous reference of and regarding pizza. Pizza. Do you like pizza? Do you like sausage pizza? Do you like walnut sauce? Do you like cacio e pepe? I mean, just there's all these codes. And the one that they kept saying was pizza. Pizza, 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 pizza. You got the pizza? I got a pizza. You want to come with the pizza? And they had people like John Podesta's brother, all these people emailing about pizza. Now, I don't know about you, but somebody said, this is a code. Why? Well, I just don't think people are interested this much in plain cheese pizza. I just don't. Turns out, at the very same time, there was a series of FBI memoranda that spoke of this particular language, this lingo. Okay? This lingo. And they said what it meant. And there were sauces and hot dogs and all this other kind of stuff. And it referred to either underage or paraphilia or something sordid or whatever. And these people, for reasons I don't know, kept emailing each other back and forth about what they wanted to do regarding pizza. Okay. Why? I don't know. I don't know. And then at some particular point later on, there was this move, which was fabulous, in which all of a sudden something happened. And I don't know what it was. I don't know what the reason was, and I don't really know what the purpose of all this was. But it was a fascinating thing that happened. What happened was they decided at some point that they were going to deal with this comet ping pong in DC. And it was either used as a comet ping pong was used as a fundraiser or something or the owners themselves had references. I don't want to rehash this. I don't think anything ever came of it, but there was something that was there. One guy's name was Alephantis. They said was a version of l'enfant, children. Oh no. Anyway, it was back and forth. There were pictures. It was talk about Podesta. There was, I don't know where it was going to go. The point is, some people took the ball and ran with it. Other people thought it was a blueprint for trafficking, and others thought nothing of it or what have you. The point of the matter, the point was, when these people first started to notice this, they said, this is odd. All right. So rather than, nobody denied it. I mean, nobody said, hey, these emails aren't coming to me. I think you're making these emails up yourself. They're saying, no, it's none of your business. What difference does it make? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? Okay, fine. Then later on, there was somebody that was a shooting or whatever. So anyway, it just kind of went nowhere. So it was completely and totally dismissed as a conspiracy theory, a mindless, crazy, subterranean group of these lunatic people who had some crazy idea about whatever. Okay. Then came the Epstein files. And here we go again. Lo and behold, there we go. We're talking about the very same thing. And let me just bring up a speed. So over and over and over and over, people started to say repeatedly, there's something to this. And Ben Swan and others put their life, they're saying, what does this mean? They weren't necessarily telling you or suggesting that it meant something or it was, no, they're saying was, this is something you should know about. This is something that was critical. This is something that was interesting. This is something, okay, fine. It's back. The subject is back. Now again, what it means, I don't know. But the problem is simply this. I don't have to tell you what something means. I don't have to tell you what it means. I don't have to explain anything to you. If I think there's a Freemasons cabal, if I think there's something about the organized crime, if I think that whatever it is, I can say what I want. This is the most important thing in the world. I can say what I want. Now, what Candace is doing is she is saying what she wants. And what she's doing is she's not pulling this out of the air. She's not just saying these crazy things. She is saying she's giving you a reason why this makes sense. And what I'm trying to say, perhaps maybe in a very circuitous way, maybe perhaps, is something even easier. We are in the midst of getting to the bottom of what happened with Charlie and the people responsible for it. And this is bigger than anything. And my question is this. Do you want to know about this? Are you interested in this? Would you like her to proceed? Would you like all of these independent folks to proceed? I would. Do you find this interesting? I do. If we get to the bottom of this, if we get to the bottom of what this means, if we get to the bottom of this subject, we would then perhaps be able to get to the bottom of something else. And that is how these things happen. How these things happen, how these events occur, where they come from, the people behind it. Is there this unlimited Israeli bankroll that puts up the Brad Parscales and others? I mean, do you not want to know this? I do. Do you not want to know this? I do. Do you think I should ask for permission to pursue this? No. Do you think Candace should? No. Do you think maybe the government should say, hey, wait a minute. Hey, listen, hi, Candace. Yeah, listen, Kash Patel told me to call you. I am the special agent in charge of the Provo FBI, whatever it is. And we wanted to let you know that we're interested in this. Can we talk to you about this? Wouldn't that make sense? I'd do that. Nobody cares about this. Because we've got the patsy again. We've got Lee Harvey Oswald all over again. It's 1963 all over again. And she keeps telling you every single day, here's another reason to dispute and to disbelieve the official narrative. This is another reason to disbelieve this. Let me ask you something. When do you think it's going to come about? When do you think somebody sometime is going to say, look, enough of this stuff. Enough of this craziness. Candace, we believe you. We've got to put an end to it. How? How do you explain a widow, as Candace brought up today, who doesn't give a damn about this? who immediately jumps into the official narrative, who in one respect forgives this kid and then says, I want you to burn him as fast as possible. I've had it. This is the most important thing in the world. This is the most important thing in the world. Somebody said, Candace should go back to school and become a real investigator and hire with a branch of law enforcement. I think she'd be fantastic. This is the most important thing in the world. Now we have these people who, I swear to God, this is so important. There are these people who come along and they try their best. And I think I might have seen this. Oh, here we go. Candace is selling Kool-Aid. Do you believe this? Candace is selling Kool-Aid. Now watch what they'll do. This is very, very good. This is a troll. Not a very good one. Okay, what is the name of the Kool-Aid? And I'll play along. She's selling. I really want to hear, because sometimes we can learn a lot about this and where people are coming from. Seriously, where are they? Where? Tell me. There was a fellow too I saw was very interesting. And I've seen you were, please tell me. Whenever we get a troll, just to make me happy, just let me know. Let me see it. I'm looking. Let me see. I'm trying. There was a fellow named, did I read, was it Tin Foil? Did I read this correctly? Did I see a name? Please, because I really want, I swear to you, I want to see this. This isn't interesting, by the way. You love these colors? Don't you love this? I mean, I could turn this up. It might be this. I don't know. I don't have any lights. I didn't bring my lights with me. I love the people who sit back and they just, how can you not be interested in solving a murder? How can anybody? It's not so much the people who are as you would say, the tinfoil hatters. How can you not be interested in this? How? That's the part. How does this really work? How do people not want to do this? I mean it. No, I'm just curious. I don't want to yell at somebody and say, hey, shove it up your ass. Yeah. But I'm serious. Where are these people who, how do I say this? Who sit back and say, this doesn't interest me. This is a complete and total this is a replication of history. It doesn't interest me at all. I don't know. I don't really care. This is the greatest corruption in the world. I don't care. A man was shot in front of everybody else. I don't care. A guy may have been killed by a foreign government who didn't want him to talk your president out of continuing to redirect and refund monies as he said he wouldn't do. It's really something. Right now, we are at the edge of this. Charlie Kirk stood for something. If it's true that how do I say this? If it's true that there was a foreign country involved, why don't people seem to care about it? Have you heard of a lot of people what they're saying now? The scuttlebutt, the inside source, they're blaming Putin somehow, or not China, but Putin and or not so much China, but Putin for getting Lindsey Graham. Have you heard this one? Now follow me on this. Where do you think maybe this is coming from? It might be from the group of people who don't want you to find out about another angle called Lady G and the sordid, depraved lifestyle that Lindsey Graham lived. So they say. So what better way to say this? Like, oh, no, that's not it. It could be something that who called 911. Listen, these things have layers upon layers of folks getting involved. But the problem is we have a very naive country, and we represent a group of people there are more of us than you realize, who just don't believe anything anybody else says. And the point is, the most important thing in the world, you got to ask yourself this very simple question. What is it that we're going to do? What is it, honest to God, what is it that we're going to do? Let me ask tinfoil. What do you think? No, not tinfoil, not you. You're not bad. You're a good one. Somebody mentioned before. What do we do? Let me ask you something. Did we just say, the hell with it? Candace, good luck. Nobody cares. Let's just move on. Let's talk about the World Cup and Argentina and whatever. I really don't know what the hell that's about. You want to do that? Where do we really go? Charlie Kirk statue in Times Square. How tacky is that? This is the most important thing. This is the most important thing. And I mean, I really mean it. What do you think we should do? By the way, tinfoil, I don't believe you were. Somebody mentioned a tinfoil person. I guess it's not you. You've been around. You've been very, very nice. I don't want to ban people who are, just don't be rude. Don't be rude, but also don't, how do I say this? Kind of respect the room. You understand this? This is the most important thing in the world. And by the way, as far as the numbers of this, stopping the show in midstream is absolutely. Oh, but here we go. Please stop this grifter worship. Here we go. This is one of my. This is good. Who's the grifter? See, this is the part that is so important. It's called English. If I'm saying something like he's crazy, and I don't tell you who the he is, I'm wasting my time. When you're going, all I ask, if you're going to write something, do me a favor, please, for the love of God, just let me know who these people are. Be specific. Say Candace or Tyler or Posobiec or whoever it is. Don't say he or the grifters or here we go again or LOL. We don't know what you're saying. I don't you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. So let's be specific. That's all I'm asking. I really want to talk about this. We can, maybe if we knew why people don't believe this, maybe we can sharpen the message. Maybe we can figure a way around this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can figure it out. Now, I don't want to give trolls so much energy. That's not the point. I want to find out what is the mentality of the people who find the idea of skepticism unattractive. What is it? This is the thing I don't understand. I don't understand. And I also don't understand a lot of things. Where is Tyler's defense? They're not even done with this yet. They're not. Every single day there's somebody new. Now there's somebody new coming forward every single day. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to the point, which is so critical. We're going to find so many new pieces of evidence and so many new things. So in any event, dear friends, that's what I'm going to do. I think we are going to absolutely have some of the most fun, but seriously, do me a favor. Really find it in your heart to get why is it that people don't care. Dick Shorty Long says, I wish critical thinking was taught in schools. I always said the same thing too, but I don't even know how you would do that. Critical thinking how? Critical thinking how? What if critical thinking were to, let's say, stop or prevent the religion, or excuse me, the belief in some religions? What if somebody were to say to you that critical thinking respects that there are some belief systems that don't have faith, and belief systems without fact, belief systems without fact cannot be followed? I don't know. Be very, very careful of that. In any event, dear friends, it has been absolutely positively, tomorrow is my last day. This is Ellen and I will be back traveling, running around, getting a lot of good stuff done today. A bit discombobulated by virtue of hour changes and the like. But I'm telling you right now, more than anything. Oh, I was on the phone today with Tucker's people. We're going to be looking at. I was hoping at the end of this month, probably the 1st of August, he is swamped, as you could possibly imagine, with a variety of his commitments. So that I talked to his people and his brother. Buckley's going to be coming on, and other people as well. I want to talk to more people. So many great, great, great people out there. But in any event, I don't want you to lose faith. I don't want you to ever focus too much on the case. This is bigger than just Charlie. I know that sounds crazy. It's about corruption. It's about the system itself. It's about the way things are done. So in any event, I love you, my friends. Please, please sign up for the newsletter. I've got the information right there in the letter. Sign up for the newsletter. Keep an eye on what's happening regarding Lindsey Graham. Keep digging on that one. And Mitch McConnell. That's all I'm going to say. It may go nowhere, but if it goes where I'm hearing, it'll blow your mind. Blow your mind. But we'll see. We need facts, not hint, not supposition, and the like. My friends, thank you so much. Have a great and glorious day. Thank you so much for your kindness.